mean,
let's talk about
yeah,
the rematch. Let's just talk about that because that's something that I've heard from different people with different thoughts in the rematch. Personally, I don't think they should have a rematch. You know, he lost three
yeah,
times to the guy. He at first, like they were saying, oh, it was just like that's kickboxing. Now he lost him in MMA, like, and he fought his absolute best possible fight and still lost.
yeah.
Don't do the rematch. Let him fight. Let him fight Whitaker. Let him fight Kamza. Let him fight Costa. Whoever wins the Costa Whitaker fight, I think should get the title shot. Um, heck, I mean, even the winner of freaking Strickland versus Cannonier, just like not Izzy. You know, I'm just not going to be entertained in that because it's just going to be worse than this time. You know, so I don't know.
I
What do you
mean,
think?
this was a great fight for sure.
But
I
I just
agree. I
think
think
Izzy's gonna
this
lose more
yeah.
brutally because like that he fought his absolute like
Yeah.
really his best fight. You know, like the wrestling.
Yeah, I mean,
If
that's
that
the thing.
wrestling
Like,
exchange didn't
yeah.
start, the fight would have been over earlier. Pereira would have knocked him out at some point for sure. You know
Oh
that gas
yeah.
out
Oh
Pereira
yeah.
that gave the round to Izzy. Pereira was completely gassed out round four, came out round five, tons of heart and got the finish, but like he's not going to get that many. Pereira, as he gets better with wrestling, that's not going to happen again. You know, so I just don't think a rematch would be any different. It just would be worse for Izzy. You know, so
Yeah, another thing that I wanted to add is that, after a while, it just gets kind of sad seeing someone lose so many times. Like, you know, Max Holloway fighting Volkanovski again. Like, I don't want to see that. It just, I understand a guy like Max might have heart and he might want to fight Volk 100 times if he loses 99, but it's just at a certain point, it gets to be kind of pathetic. And it's like you have to save someone from their self. You have to save Israel Adesanya from his own ego. And sure, he put up a good fight. He got a great moment in the first round. I thought it was over. I mean, I texted you. I was like, this is about to be over.
Pereira's done.
He's rocked. Yeah, exactly. But then Izzy started wrestling. I mean, he wasn't wrestling just to mix it up. I
Oh,
mean, he was. He wasn't just wrestling just to see what would happen. No, he wrestled because he needed to have another option because he didn't want to stand on the feet. Because anytime he would get hit by Pereira, he felt the power and he felt like, holy shit, this is dangerous, man. Like he obviously didn't like what he was seeing with Pereira on the feet. Also, he mentioned in his post-fight interview that his movement was severely inhibited because he was getting hit with a calf kick from Pereira. Pereira, as we said earlier, we knew he was going to be able to play the leg kick game, and he sliced Israel's calf, took his movement away, and that's what made it hard for Izzy to be able to move laterally on the fence to get the safe places. Another thing that allowed Pereira to have so much success is the dude just marched Izzy down. Like you have to
didn't
be
give a
super
shit.
confident
Didn't
in
give
your
a
abilities.
shit.
Just didn't give him any space, bro. And the dude is so big. He's just standing here with his hands like which way you're gonna go. If you're going right, I'm gonna hit you with the left hook, and it was just a matter of time. And Izzy, as we saw in the fifth round, he was doing everything that he could to just stall it out. Like literally everything that he could, clinching, trying to get a takedown. It gets stuff. Pereira pushes him off. I'm not doing this. We're fighting. Come on, let's strike. And Izzy had nothing for him in that fifth round. And like he just got knocked out the next time. Like if Pereira doesn't get rocked in the first round, does he finish it in the second? Does he finish it in the
I think he
third?
could
I
finish it in
think he
the
does.
first. I think he could finish in the
He
first.
could finish it in the first. I mean, yeah. Adesanya, another thing I want to say. We've given Adesanya a lot of crap for being boring, but Pereira definitely brought out an entertaining version of him, and it was an entertaining fight. It
Oh, it
was
was
a
an
great fight.
unbelievable fight. It was his best
Yeah,
fight since the Gaslam fight, without a doubt.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I just think when you're looking at the fight, which something that people were saying before, like is that they thought that Adesanya was the better kickboxer. Watching that fight last night, we know that Pereira was by far the better kickboxer. You know, I like it
yeah.
just shows by the wrestling. Like if Adesanya was confident enough in his kickboxing ability, he wouldn't try to take it to the ground. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
I mean,
And
he had some success on the ground, like in the third, but you could just see like he's just, and this is also kind of not good for Pereira, but let's just talk about it. The grappling,
awful.
Adesanya looks lost on the ground even when he's in a dominant position. He does not have good offensive grappling. He had Pereira's back. He just didn't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
And Pereira, I to be honest, I'm so impressed by Pereira. I mean, he gets rocked in the first round. right? Wobbled. Dude, he looked bad. Like, what did you think when you saw that?
So when I saw that, I thought he'd be fine in the second round, but I was just nervous that he'd be a little bit hesitant going to the second round. You know what I mean? Be
Yeah.
a bit scared, I guess. So yeah, I didn't think the fight was over by any means, but that was just my fear. You know what I mean? That could change the fight completely.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I thought, oh no, what if he's tentative now and Izzy just counter strikes and makes it slow and then eventually finishes him or something like that. But that wasn't his only adversity. He faced adversity with the grappling in the
Okay.
third round. He had Pereira down. Pereira was trying to get up, but dude, Pereira didn't even get that tired from that incident, and he looked refreshed in the fifth. He looked like he had more energy than Adesanya in the fifth, which is
I,
crazy. People were questioning his gas tank. It looked good to me.
yeah, I thought Pereira looked pretty gassed in the fourth round,
He
but I
did
think he
look a
got
little
that
gassed. Yeah,
second win in the fifth round, just
yeah,
knowing that he had to win that round. You know what I mean? But I think in the fifth round, Adesanya was tired. So I
yeah,
think the fourth round, Pereira was tired, and Adesanya probably should have tried to finish him right there. Wait, what
yeah.
I said? Did I say? Oh, yeah, whatever.
No, yeah,
So fourth round, I thought Pereira looked pretty tired. I thought Adesanya should have really tried to finish him there. Dana White said something about that also. I thought that's definitely what he should have did. Fifth round, I thought Adesanya looked tired and Pereira got his second win. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's super impressive to go through like all that adversity in your fifth MM. Wait, not his fifth M. What was it? His
it was his. I think it. Well, it was his fourth UFC fight, which
fourth
is and
UFC
his
fight.
yeah, his
His
fourth
first
UFC fight.
five rounder, go
Yeah.
through that kind of adversity and still win. Like, come on, like the
That's
heart
great. I mean,
that
dude, in
guy has.
kickboxing, he was the inexperienced one, and in MMA, he was the inexperienced one, and he
Yeah,
still
like
wins. If that doesn't show you, you fools
better.
that are saying he can't win the rematch, if that
Not
doesn't show you that he's not gonna. I mean, dude, he's just more talented, straight up.
he's just a better fighter. Like
Just a better
literally,
fighter in
he
every
fought his
facet of the
best
game.
possible fight
Yeah,
ever fought, and he still
yeah,
that if
yeah,
that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. You know what I'm saying? I'm
bro.
saying generally,
Another thing I want to mention is, dude, like how crazy is it that both of these guys on paper are 6'4"? Because
oh, Izzy's not
Adesanya looks
6'4", by the way.
so fucking tiny compared to him the
I
whole
think
time.
Izzy's 6'3", and I think Pereira is
At
6'5".
least like a tall 6'4" or something.
I think
Dude,
Pereira's 6'5",
yeah.
Izzy's 6'3". So I think
How did that
one
guy
looks
does
fun. That's
he's
all
a
I gotta say. One
giant.
looks
He's a
fun.
straight up giant for middleweight. Like the dude's massive. And Izzy is not like Izzy goes in the cage with people and makes them look short, makes them look small sometimes. Like I've just never seen anyone make Adesanya look short. And it just goes to show like he is the ultimate kryptonite. Like he's scary, he's like emotionless, he's fucking big, he's tall, he's got the same reach, he has way more power, he's just a better striker. Like he's tough as nails. The guy's just he has
Better.
cardio too. Like how could you beat this guy if you're Israel Adesanya?
You just can't, and that's why you don't want to see a rematch. Like, do you generally think people are going to tune in to see the rematch? Because I
I
don't.
I think people would, obviously I would and you would too, but
I
like
would, but
I
I'm
mean we're
not going
talking
to be excited
yeah.
about it. Like, there's not going to be excitement
Yeah,
for
I mean, I wouldn't be that excited about it either. I mean, to be honest, I'd feel the exact same way about I'd feel in this one. I wouldn't feel any differently. I wouldn't pick it any differently. I know that Pereira would just win unless he has some fluke injury, as we said. But I mean, how good does it feel to get this one right, bro? Because we had a lot of people clowning us about the Oliveira Makhachev one, and it's okay if you get a pick wrong in the prelims, and it's whatever if you get a pick right on the prelims. But with the main event for a big pay per view, a big fight that we've been talking about since the
months.
summer, since we started this podcast, we get this one right. Ah, oh, feels great.
It feels amazing. Like I talked about earlier in the podcast. Like I woke up and I was just happy. I'm like, damn, did that just happen? Like literally right before going to bed, I rewatched the knockout again. I
Yeah.
rewatched the press conference after. I rewatched him put the belt on Pereira. Like, what a moment! Like truly,
Yeah.